What's going on, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You'll kind of notice a change. I don't have a beard. I'm about to do some facial surgery, and I said the beard was just going to be a little bit too much. But today, I've been quiet for far too long. And so today's target is the perpetual excuse train and world's worst luck. Pity party, Moff Glidden, or whatever the fuck his name is. So ever since I got into printing and doing commissions, I've heard all about Moff. I've seen his rants. I've seen everyone out to get him post. His constant barrage of pity me posts, the best cheapest prints on the net, blah 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 blah. And the flip side is that I've seen countless of people that have outstanding orders receive threats and him crying he's almost bankrupt, and probably because he charges more than his worth, and that's fucking cheap, especially for the piece of work of a human being that he is. So I'm gonna start with this. Moff, how fucking dare you, as a person in business, send some bullshit news articles about how you shot a person as a response to anything? You might think that you are Billy Badass, but no one is afraid of you. Matter of fact, bring your little broke ass down here to Texas. Granted, you'll probably need to start a GoFundMe, but come down here because you have a meeting with the back of my hand. That is such a bullshit, bitch ass response as a business, and you do not deserve to be in business. Matter of fact, I think anyone watching this video should go and report threats that Moff has been making to multiple people. And if you're bold, just surf his profile and find the judge that he keeps having to go to and explain the type of threats and stuff that he's been sending people. Speaking of clowns, your wife. Don't fucking act shocked when your dipshit of a fucking husband takes people's money and asks where their shit is. Then again, you said you are Moff's management. So, how about fucking sleeping in the bed that y'all made? Best cheap prints. Let me see what you send customers. I have this box right here. It came from you. I have no idea what's inside this box, but if I'm a betting man, which not really am, but on this one I will say that there's prints in here that I wouldn't even give away. So, let's see what Moff sends people after a fucking year and a half of them crying to get their money's worth. So this should be very fun. I've seen this box in one of his posts before. Bro. You know what would make this even funnier? If I actually have prints of some of these items. I do. Oh my fucking god. Now damn, I'm gonna need a drink after this. I'm gonna need a drink for this, because this is fucking great. This video is brought to you by Red Bull. It gives you fucking wings. Now, there is a right way to print and there's a wrong way to print. And if you want prints that are the wrong way, order from Moff. This is fucking terrible. Okay. let me bring my camera in here because I want y'all to fucking see this shit. Okay, folks, so you get a down deep and dirty look at these fucking prints, right? Because they're so bad that my camera keeps cutting off. Like, every time I put one in front of the screen, like, my camera just fucking trips out. That's how shitty these prints are. So, you know, we're gonna look at this one first, right? Now, one thing that I can see, and I don't know, maybe, I gotta try to figure this out. Maybe y'all can actually see them, but through the prints, we have all these different layer lines, which are fracture points that go through the entire print. So I know exactly how this was printed, like this on the build plate. Now, the problem that does is because he doesn't know how to calibrate a print or how to actually print in general, it creates a whole bunch of fracture points. So, between each section that there is a crack, let me see, try to get in so that y'all can actually see this. Okay, you can see the lines that are there, hopefully. Now what that does, it creates fracture points. So any type of moderate pressure, they're gonna break along those fault lines. And quite honestly, I'm surprised this thing isn't filled with resin. Now, another thing that you're gonna notice, and I showed this before, but you know, the video fucking kicked out, is supports. There are supports still on this print, which means it was cleaned and it was never post-processed, and then the supports were cured in place. And as a printer, you don't do that. You don't cure your print while there's still supports in place, because now the resin is hard, and when you go to try to remove it, it's going to create a bunch of dips and dents and all sorts of just fucking nonsense. Like, I don't know what he is using as far as resin, but he fucking sucks at printing, that's for sure. I have people that have never printed before in my Discord that have better prints than these. Now, you can see the fault lines. Let me get this print. Alright, giant layer line right there. And so all that does is create fracture points. Now, between just the shitty fucking print quality, like, this stuff is like rivaling Watto's scrapyard as far as quality is concerned, because there is none here. He is just shitting prints out to people. Like this elephant, I mean, it came broken because look how fragile that stuff is. This guy, I don't even know his name. I don't even care. But broken, fractured, supports everywhere, face is all fucked up. We got Jabba's creatures, supports still in place. Now, before, I thought this was supposed to be 1/6 scale, but apparently he actually did do something right. This is in 1/18 scale, but still, there are fracture lines and layer lines going throughout the entire print. Another Jabba creature, limbs broken. Like, you shouldn't be paying somebody to deliver this nonsense. Now, let me show you the difference between what you get from Moff and what you get from me. Like this, you know, that print's not going anywhere. It's not breaking. I have these same creatures with limbs that do not break when you apply pressure. There's that little fucking monkey, like, Prints should be durable, especially if they're small, thin prints. Now, I have one here that I know I can break because this was a test print. This is ABS-like, and little pressure and it's gonna break. So what you do is you get decent resin that you can actually move stuff around, you can drop it, and it's not going to break. And the thing is that this ABS-like resin costs the same as TH72, which is a very durable resin, and it just comes down to experience and actually giving a teeny tiny fuck. So about Moff's prints, from what I've seen, they fucking suck. There's nothing that blows my mind away about Moff's prints. They're cheap. He leaves supports on. The motherfucker doesn't even know how to properly clean and cure because he showed everyone with him and his whoever fucking sidekick that he goat roped in that fucking helping him out, washing stuff without gloves and big buckets of water and one little light that's like curing a year's worth of fucking work. At the end of the day, this motherfucker does not deserve to be in business. He's a piece of shit, and if you actually end up getting your order, it might contend on which one is the bigger piece of shit, either Moff or your Prince. The guy spams every fucking group about accepting orders, but can't get out decent orders in a decent amount of time. If you as a customer question him, he'll string you along until PayPal's goods and services terms end, and then you'll still be out of money, but now you're also out of time and product. They crowdsource to pay bills. That should be a big red flag, and he is admitted to trying to keep the lights on. Does this sound like the person that you want to give money to for him to order material if he can't even keep the electricity on? He uses other artists' images to sell products. He was even in my DM saying that he sent people my way because he got called out on using my images to try to sell work to people. And then you'll notice in the comments that he'll put links and stuff to his profile and his store, but he won't ever link any of the other artists. But he's not only doing it to me, he's doing it to a lot of various artists that stick to and follow attention of detail that he does not have, like my work or Gary's work or any other hardworking artist that shares their builds and finished images with everyone. He's so backlogged that with his products, he's getting other people to help him out. But how many times have you seen his posts talking about sharing new artists? Oh, we're accepting orders and blah 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 and all this other nonsense. So he's asking for more work, but he can't get out the work that he currently has. So this motherfucker just straight up needs to be buried. If you run a Facebook group, kick his ass out. He deserves bankruptcy and deserves kicking fucking rocks right out of the community. If you want to learn to print, I have a huge community of people that are willing to help you, including myself. We can get you started. There's some upfront costs, but you will save money in the long term, and you will have better image or better products than anything Moff can actually put out. And the funny thing is that as of today, he's supposed to only start accepting finished orders. The motherfucker can't even put out raw orders correctly. So I'm gonna fucking laugh when I start seeing some of the work that he does. If you don't want to get into printing, great. I have people that will take on commission builds for you. I myself, I do them, but I am leaving for Hungary soon. And so I'm setting up other people to kind of take my place stateside. But before I go, I want to say this. Taking commissions, it is super easy to get behind. The best practice is open communication, having customer support, and quality control. At that, sometimes you are going to go into the red. If you cannot financially bear going into the red, then you do not need to do commission work. Straight up. I too have had commissions that have taken way longer than what I projected. And in that, sometimes shit just fucking happens. Bill doesn't want to communicate. Printers fucking go down. You know, this and that. You have to have open communication, and you have to let people know. You can't just sit around and just kick that curb and constantly just give them excuses. Everyone is human, including myself. So this call out isn't because of that. This is because of a long observed trend with Moff, and he needs to close his doors. For the Moff bootlickers, the ones that love their cheap prints, cool. Have better fucking standards. You can start by learning to print and save yourself a lot of fucking headache. Moff, paying people don't give a shit about your fucking problems or anything that you're going through. Matter of fact, no one fucking cares. Your little comment about how you might have PTSD, coupled with the fact that you keep telling people the old you would shoot them, you don't have PTSD. You're just a piece of shit, and nothing more and nothing less. This is coming from somebody that actually has PTSD. You could likely change that, but that would be squeezing blood from a fucking rock. I hope the community bankrupts you. So from the bottom of my heart, eat fucking shit and go away. So I will catch you guys, I guess, after I get into Hungry and situated. It's going to be a lot of like backscaling on what I can personally do just because of location and distance and space. Here's the thing, is that if you're going to do commission work, like I said, you have to be willing to go into the red. You have to have customer support. Your name is everything. So those are the risks that you take when you take on commission work. You have got to fucking deliver. You have got to deliver in a timely manner. And if you can't, then you need to go into the red and make it right so that people aren't online trashing your name. So, like I said, Moff, if you have a problem with me, you can come on down to Texas and we can solve it. But as far as I'm concerned, you can get fucked out of this community. So, y'all go and hit him with y'all's low ratings and let's push him out because he does not deserve anyone's money. I will see you later.